Good morning, gang. It's nice to see you back again. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. Now, as anybody who's been watching anything in the news knows, Hamas and the Israelis are at it again. The Israelis are hammering Hamas in the Gaza Strip. One thing I found interesting to find was available with the assassination by missile of the Hamas military commander was that there was actually an eye-in-the-sky video of his car being taken out. And it's not like some bank camera on a corner. It's a moving video from the air that you only get from an aircraft, either an observation chopper or a command spotting aircraft. Now, with that in mind, his car is taken out just after it passes between two other vehicles on a busy road. The missile comes in, strikes from behind, blows the car all to hell. Now, looking at that myself, that tells me something right there. Either there's somebody on the ground who put a tracking beacon in the car, or it had a laser designator put on it. Now, for those of you that don't know what a laser designator means, this is real life. It's not a video game. You can't just, click a button, designate target, launch missile, and kill it. Somebody's got to find, track, and designate that vehicle as a target. Now, I spent years as a military fist team commander. What that means, before you all get sick in the head, is those are the guys that either go with units or out in front of units in combat to find enemy units and put laser designation on them for missiles and guided munitions, smart bombs to track, or calls in artillery. Now, one thing a lot of people don't know is that lasers operate at a frequency. They've all got a light frequency, kind of a vibration they put off. Military lasers can actually be adjusted by the operators. And what you do is you set the frequency your laser is going to vibrate at, and the missiles that you're calling in get set to track that exact frequency. And that's how they hone in on the target. They find that frequency in the high-powered laser, zero in on it, follow it, and strike the target. Now, you just got to be careful. One of the things a lot of people don't mention is you got to make sure the angle of fire so the missile doesn't come in on a head-to-head trajectory with the guys that are lasering the target, the guys that are actually shooting the laser at the target, because then it can pick up in the reverse direction. Not smart. But that's a simple thing to make sure it doesn't happen. But with this strike, it was precise on the ground on a moving target in a crowded situation and only hit the target. So, as I said, that tells me either tracking beacon or it was lased. Now, being lased, it could be done by a team on the ground, but more than likely, considering the surroundings, I'd have to say it was an aircraft-mounted laser. Just a little food for thought, bit of education on how those kind of things work. Hope that helps your day along. But let's move on to the update, shall we? As it turns out, there are now petitions from within all 50 states to be allowed to peacefully secede from the Union, now that Obama's been re-elected. And, okay, it's a landmark, oh my God, event. There's always been onesies and twosies petitions to be allowed to secede, back 2004, 2008, but this kind of scale is unprecedented. And it really had me kind of worried and thinking about what's going on, especially with, as of yesterday afternoon, it had surpassed 700,000 total signatures. Texas alone having 99,000. And only requiring 25,000 to be required to have an official response from the White House. But I was doing some digging and found something that really kind of took the wind out of those sails. As it turns out, in this instance, unlike in the past where you had to legally put together a petition, sign it through legal channels and everything, go out and recruit signatures. In this case, these petitions are being filed via the We the People section of the White House website. Something Obama set up so that anyone wishing to have a question answered or having a concern could start an electronic petition with the White House, and if he got 25,000 votes, he put it into place to be required to be answered by the White House. And in order to get in and form a petition, all you have to do is log on and go through an electronic process to initiate a petition. In order to sign it, all you've got to do is log in and put your first name and last initial. There's no Social Security validation, there's no voter validation, nothing. So, while this looks like a massive landmark thing, In reality, it could really be one really dedicated computer hacker with a series of server computers trolling the president. Now, when that's not the case, because there's a bunch of people talking about it and talking it up and everything, but I just found it to be not as impressive as I originally thought it was. Sorry. Hope that doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, but that's just the facts as they are. Now, it may very well be 700,000 individuals signing in and signing these electronic petitions. But for, say, like the Texas petition, it's got 99,000 as of last night, you don't even have to be from the same state. In theory, you could be, with a proper router, you could be signing in and signing from a foreign country and not even be a U.S. citizen. Well, take care of yourselves. I will catch you later. I am the Articulate Grunt. Keep your heads down, and I will catch you next time. Bye.